What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Everything Averin. Today we are actually back in the garage with the Jag. As you guys saw in the last video, this is my wife's new vehicle. And of course, I'm not going to keep the stock, or at least stock appearance wise. So that's exactly what this video is today. We have our first modifications that I just got in from Amazon and eBay. Matter of fact, these are them right there. I'm actually going to break up this video into a couple of different videos. Probably the smaller ones all on one, which is a small box here. And then this guy here, you'll see in the next video. That's something big. It's going to be pretty inclusive as far as what I need to do. But nonetheless, that's the next video, so we'll worry about that when we get there. Today, we're going to start with some of the small stuff, like I said. So what we have here is, of course, headlights. I had to go with a different brand for my wife's vehicle because where the actual lights are in, it's a very tight location. So the ones that I normally get on all my other vehicles, which are the Beam Techs, didn't quite fit. So I'm actually going to try this Farron brand out and we'll see how that goes, as well as just some other white LED accent lights. I also got these to once again get rid of all the halogen color, the yellowish color. So that's what we're going to be doing. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and open the hood so we can get access to where the accent lights are. We're actually going to start off with the easiest accessible lights, which are going to be the accent lights, which matter of fact you can see from this angle the best. It's right behind this here. It's just a simple turn and you pop it off, and that's actually where the accent light is, as well as the blinker light. So we'll get to that first. In this engine bay, there's actually a whole lot of room to work with, as you guys can see here. This is normally where the actual battery of a vehicle would be, but Jaguar, they have this ingenious idea, which quite a lot of vehicles have, but nonetheless none of mine do. Put the battery outside of the heat source, which is actually in the back hatch or the trunk of this vehicle, which makes it avoid all this heat coming from the engine, which in turn makes it last longer, because as we know, heat kills batteries, so that'll help it out a lot. On this side, I think we're going to actually have to maybe move the air intake box just a little bit to gain access to it, but I'll see if I can maybe fidget my finger in there. Then next up after this, we'll move on to the actual headlights, which are over here, which I'll show you how we get to that, which would be cool. For now, we'll start with these. Just so you guys can see what it looks like before we change it out, it's that normal yellow halogen bulb. This guy's going to get changed, which is the high beam, low beam, and this is the accent light I was speaking of. So just turn them off so we can get going, and hopefully they can cool down in time. We're going to get started on the passenger side, and we'll go from there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I have the fan going on in the background because as always, it's extremely hot in here. So simple as this. You unscrew this thing here, you automatically have access to that accent light. So we'll go ahead and take that out now. And just like that, there's that bulb, so we'll switch that out. So now we got the LED bulb in there, and the first thing you want to do is just make sure you have it in the correct orientation, because these LEDs are polarized, so you got to make sure you have them in the correct spot. So it doesn't look like we have it in the right spot on this first go, so I'll try to take it out and flip it. Actually, I like it. So I ran into a small little problem with the accent light. They're actually not working. I believe it's because the vehicle wants to have some sort of load or resistance to them. However, we just went ahead and jumped on to the headlights. It's actually not from the top as you would imagine. It's actually from down here. There's this little panel here which you turn, take off. There's another little cap, and yep, there you go. I got it. Another little cap, just like the other one. And you actually will be pulling that light bulb out from here. So we just finished up installing the headlights, and they both work. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn them on with the key, and boom, just like that. Bright white daylight bulbs, just like I like it. But like I said earlier, the little accent lights here, they did not work. We'll try again on that probably tomorrow when my next LEDs come in that I just ordered. So we'll see if we can get that guy changed out too. We are back in the garage. It's the next night, and we got our new packages. Wife just brought them inside. Like we saw earlier in the video, there was the accent lights that weren't working. So in one of these boxes, I actually have the new set that I purchased, as well as some other goodies, which you guys will see here shortly. These are the new ones. Hopefully they work. This one here is a Max GTRS. Essentially just another LED bulb. That's what's here. And what we got here are actually some side vents. There's these little chrome vents, which I don't like the chrome with the silver look. I like the silver and the black look, as you can tell by my Fusion. So that's exactly what these are. They actually make these genuine ones, I should say, which you have to pop off of the fenders. But those are about $150 each. So I just tried to get the ones for now that are just stick-on with the 3M automotive tape, just to see how they do, just to see how they look. They look identical to the ones which are the OEM style, but like I said before, these are like 5 times as less. We'll try these out, see how they look. If for some reason I don't like them, I can always go back, make the investment, and buy the 2 for $300. So last thing we have for today's group of packages are some custom floor liners. These guys are the Last Fit brand is what it's called. Same idea as the ones as far as the Husky ones I have. They're shaped so that any type of liquid or dirt or whatnot gets captured inside of the floor mat and it doesn't sneak around the sides. Of course, as you can tell, they're black in color, which will blend in just perfectly with the carpet of the Jag. These are real easy. You just literally drop them in. Probably won't show these. We will show the side vents and the LEDs. So let's get going. Crossing my fingers, hoping they're gonna work, because it seems like Jaguar is a very smart vehicle and it seems like it doesn't like some stuff. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and get this in here and hopefully it works.
A few minutes later.
Alright guys, so I got it to work. I had no clue what I did to make it work, to be honest, but it is working. I'll show you the old one. As you can see here, that's the halogen bulb, and this is the new LED we installed earlier in the video. Got one LED in on the passenger side, and there we go, bright white, and it matches up pretty dang close, and I like it. I have a hypothesis on how I got it to work. I would plug in the LEDs, they wouldn't work, then I would take them out, put in this incandescent bulb or the halogen bulb, and it wouldn't work. So then I had to turn the vehicle off to turn it back on. Then this halogen bulb started to work, and then I had to try to unplug it quick enough and put in the LED to make it work. My hypothesis is that this vehicle, the brain of it, it detects how much resistance is going through that circuit for the bulb, and if it doesn't detect high enough resistance or something, I guess, it won't send power to the bulb. So what I essentially had to do, or what I essentially think I did, was trick the system into thinking that there's a halogen bulb there. Don't know the specific interval, I don't know the exact amounts, I just kept playing with it. But nonetheless, one of the times when I had it turned off and on, I finally got it so that this light was on, and then I could remove it and immediately put it back in with the LED bulb, and the LED worked. I know that's very confusing, I have no clue why, but it worked. Jaguar is confusing, but we're done, so let's move on. So next up, we are on the side of the vehicle where we're going to install these little vent cover here. On most of the vehicles, most of the Jags, it's a chrome one. They have like a higher sport package, which is black, and they have like all kinds of other things that are black. I wanted to get rid of this chrome, so simply this should fit right over this, just like that, and we'll see just how seamless it looks. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. It's essentially kind of like how you do vinyl. Make sure this is super clean with alcohol. Make sure this is nice and clean. Maybe warm this up just a little bit with the heat gun. Press this on, and we should be good to go. And boom, just like that, we've got it on there. The 3M tape really makes it super easy, and these guys actually fit great. I was actually worried that they would kind of stick out further than the stock ones or the OEM ones, which are underneath, but you know, it fit very, very close to that. You can't even really tell the difference, and it looks beautiful. It's nice, gloss black. It still has the Jaguar symbol on there. We got this chrome gone, the black on, and we're good to go. So I'll go ahead and do the other side off camera, but we'll move on to the next thing.